Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx and welcome back to another episode of Angels Rising Reborn. Continue. I would like to know you never tell us anything about yourself, because you don't need to know. I'd like to know more about our executive officer. If you don't tell them, I will. Fine, force my hand. I joined because of a program that allows veterans to get special treatments in trade deals. I plan on becoming a transporter. That was nothing like the romantic story he told me. I don't see you being one of those old found pilots hauling cargo. It's such a funny picture. Well, there you have it. Nat, what's your reason? Time to admit the truth. If I don't, I could start sowing the seeds of distrust in their minds. I was bored. Bored? This is so embarrassing, but I was just bored one day and said I could just go to the university and become a chemist, but that's boring. I decided to sign up on a whim. But you stuck around to be the best and prove your might and strength to the universe. It's not why you do something, but that you did it. Exactly! What do you do here and now is what matters, not how you got here. Saul flashes me a small smile. He knows the truth. I came here because my family is incredibly poor. I couldn't afford the university, so I had to find other ways to become the best. There is nothing I hate more than those head smiles I get when people discover my poor heritage. They don't know what it is like to fight from the ground up with nothing more than your heart. That is why I must continue to be the best. I will conquer peace for Katajion, be the hero and prove myself to the universe. I eat my food quickly and ask Saul to take me back to my room. When I get tired, I get philosophical. My first day is not the place to let myself become that way. This is your room. If you need anything, you have my frack. Don't be afraid to call me for anything. Thank you for showing me around, Saul. It's nice having a friend on this ship again. Good night. Good night, Saul. So this is where I am going to be spending the next few months. I doubt I will be visiting this room much when there is so much work to be done. It is just a tad cramped, but I think I can make a good life here. The crew seems friendly. I doubt my mission is mundane, and I don't have to worry about waking up to a giant rat gnawing on my computers. I glance over at my roommate's bed, but she seems to be fast asleep. The commander said she was Captain Moonfollow. I will have to introduce myself to her in the morning. Is it hard to maneuver around in the darkness, so I relied on unpacking and head to bed. Tomorrow, I get to start my job as the hero. This is going to be perfect! What's that? Is another bird stuck in the ventilation again? No. As I look around me, I remember that I've been freed from the hellhole. Somebody is banging on my door with a ludicrous amount of force. That doesn't sound like it would be Saul. He said that he was going to meet me here in 20 minutes. He's always punctual, but... Coming! I quickly throw on a fresh uniform and go to open the door. As the door slides open, an angry-looking Kitsune with bright pink hair, tied into twin drill storms in without so much as a greeting. Where's breakfast? What? You heard me, Faye? I'm not Faye. My mistake, you're not my minion. No, I'm not. Still, you seem like you could make a decent meal. You're my new minion. This is making less and less sense as the moment tick on. I glance at her shoulder and notice the thin stripe of a lieutenant. Suddenly I'm starting to understand Saul's annoyance. Excuse me, Lieutenant, but I'm hungry. Chop chop! I'm a major. You know your ranks, right? Behind me, I can hear the rustling of sheets and the loud plop of someone falling out of bed. I want to turn and investigate, but the uppity lieutenant is looking me over like merchandise. Not much to look at, but you've got spirit. I think you'll be acceptable in the ranks of my minions. Lieutenant, barging to a superior officer's room. Do you know who I am? No. I'm Kika Star, daughter of President of Earth, Julian Star, and the hero of the Kitsune. We're on the Nimross. I know that. And I do not care who your founder is, decorum is critical for all crew members. Then who's going to get me breakfast? I have no idea. I have no idea, but I know who's going to get my breakfast this morning. What? You can't seriously order me to get you breakfast? I am. Top. That's an unlawful order. Breakfast or paperwork. Those are two options. On second thought, I don't think I want you as a minion. So you choose paperwork. I might have just arrived on the ship, but I'm rested enough to do some writing. Morning, Kika. I brought breakfast. Okay, so it's a guy. Finally, someone reasonable. I thought you said you were going to meet me at lunch. I kind of slept in again. Captain Moonfollow, I presume. Her glassy blue eyes and... Okay, so it's her after all. Fake. Well, that would make sense. However, I thought fake kind of works for both sexes. Her glassy blue eyes and constant yawning tell the story of a girl who isn't quite older this morning. It's nice to meet you. I'm Natalie Puccile, your new roommate. I hope I didn't wake you when I moved in. You moved in? Sorry, I didn't help. That's why I have to beat on the door so hard. She doesn't sleep so much as she sleeps in the coma. It's good to know I won't disturb you when you sleep. Lieutenant Star, was it? Soon to be captain. I'm not such a heavy sleeper. This is your one warning. Fine. Did you make the Danish like I asked? Like I asked? Danish? I thought you wanted toast. Whatever, let me see it. Here you go, Major Puccile, was it? Are you making fun of me? You said breakfast or paperwork. They're all better now. Let's go, Fi. You can make me a Danish. I made today's breakfast, it's your turn. It's still today. They go walking off without paying me any attention. See, she's been that way since I was her upperclassman at the academy. The lieutenant got under my skin, but I don't think you should call her a mood. No, Moonfollow is the backstabbing mood. Kika is just a poofed up house cat. I look at the toast in my hand, no point in letting it go to waste. The meeting is in 20 minutes, are you prepared? It's in 2 hours and 20 minutes. No, I double checked with Resona this morning. Are you saying you haven't even read your orders yet? I jammed the toast in my mouth and sprinted out of the room and down the hall. I can salvage this. Really? I can! 20 minutes later, to the second, I'm standing before the assembly crew with a page of hastily scribbled notes and an anxious looking soul. Does he know I've got this? There is nothing to be worried about. Everyone is assembled, Major Puccile. You may commence. And time hack at 0800 Fleet Standard Time. Welcome everyone, I am Major Natalie Puccile. I will be briefing you on the newest mission for the KSS Nimross. The operation will go by the code name Runaway Book. 3 days ago, an all points bulletin was issued for a American Institute research team that failed to report in at their designated times. The team is currently considered missing in action. While this would normally not require a response, the final report for Dr. Nimian Sunflower, the team's xenotechnician, suspected that the recovered artifact may hold some importance to modern transportation. Question: how did an ancient civilization manage to make something that we have to worry about? They're old and ancient. Just because they're old doesn't mean they weren't technologically advanced. Then why aren't they still around? There's a lot of reasons. They could have been wiped out in a war, some sort of viral plague, or simply moved on to other parts of the universe. Precisely, Mark is filling us in on the details of what the expedition was supposed to uncover, so we will be doing a lot of the legwork. They probably just found out some old traffic sign, but Command feels it important enough to warrant a follow-up. Odds are we will find them sitting there dumb and happy, but I'm not taking any risks. Investigation work. This wouldn't be the first time, would it, Faye? Nope. Our ground team at any potential site will consist of Major Puccile, Major Hackett, Captain Monfo, Lieutenant Suri, and Colonel Nelson. What? I must agree with Star. The team lineup will not do. How so? Would it not make more sense to keep the doctor here? Should I become incapacitated in the field, I will no longer be able to render life-saving aid. For the sake of those who may be injured in the line of our noble duty, I beseech you not to risk such a valuable asset. Well, that's so nice of him. So nice. I can't believe that. He's running away from the front lines to save us. Let's say it, even if it's, well, a bit of cursing. He's a pussy. You just don't want to risk your neck. I've trained in first aid. I'm qualified first responder. See, Commander, does our swap not make sense? Lieutenant Star, your father has given me specific orders to keep you out on harm's way. Unless I can assess that there is no danger, I cannot authorize the swap. But if there isn't an element of danger, what's the point of going on the adventure? Military necessity. But risking a high-ranking officer with valuable training is... I dare not believe that. Believe it. Everyone sit down. Continue, Puccile. We are going to the last known location and will attempt to trace their location from there. I don't think we are going to face any dangers, but our current knowledge is limited. Wandering into the unknown always brings a certain level of risk. Flight Officer Miggy, what is the status of our ship and supplies? Everything is working within approved levels, except for a few minor crew comfort things. So the aft bathroom is not going to be fixed for a while, is what you are saying. Supplies aren't as good. We got shorted on a lot of our order. We've got roughly a solid month's worth of food and fuel. Then we'll make do with what we have. You will file another report on this to fleet support. Okay, I will take care of it. Thanks, Major. I'm not pleased with command's subpar performances any more than our crews. I don't have double standards for my subordinates compared to my superiors. Thanks, I think. Crew, prepare for jump. Major Puccile, upload your coordinates to the nav station for Lieutenant Star. Major Hackett, ready our ship. But... if you have a complaint, voice it later. I want the ship ready for jump in 5 minutes, and our course in 3. But... now, Lieutenant Star. Fine, come on. The root lieutenant grabs my arm and violently yanks me to the position on the far left side. Give them to me. The coordinates. If Sol wants it in 3, I have to do it in 2. I click the transfer button and watch the file pop up on the navigator station. In a heartbeat, Kika has bounced on the station, her fingers flying like hawks as she manipulates the screen. Why do you have to do it in 2? If he said 3, I'm sure he's fine with 3. Because that's the standard. I'm the best of the best. You don't become the hero by simply doing the bare minimum. And because we do. That's why you are all going to be my minions someday. No, the best things are typically done with the worst of intentions. Still, my mission is more likely to succeed with someone who has the drive and motivation. But something big bugs me about watching her type and draw so fast. Is the ship navigation virtual intelligence not working? Hard to concentrate when you are babbling. Just trying to get a better feel for my ship. Whatever, it worked just fine. It just suffers the limitations of all 6. The programmers. Exactly, my methods are faster and with better results. Theirs are paranoid. Wait, you're not flying us into a star, are you? No, but I might be flying us through the pirate space. It's not like we are going to stop our ship jump and let them attack us. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Natalie, over here. Trust is a limited commodity, especially when I feel the best way to describe here is the candle that burns twice as bright burns half as long. Sol is standing by a small chair that looks rather uncomfortable in the back next to Tsuri. We're making the jump. It might get a little rough, so strap in and keep your emergency pressurization device under your chair turned on. Is there anything I can do? Trust me, I'll make this a smooth one. Just sit back and watch. I'm not worried about it. Ship accidents making the jumps to subspace nowadays are rare. I'm always out to jump when we make a jump. You can't do anything to fix a bad jump sitting back here in the baby seats. Why does she have to vocalize my fears? All it would take is one little mistake by the hasty lieutenant. Or the slip of Sol's hand. We could be dead in a millisecond. I love space travel. The science behind getting a ship into space between space is amazing. This doesn't make it any less dangerous or frightening. Still, I do feel better now that I'm not the only one who is a tad skittish about this. Tsuri is alright. How do you cope with it? I'm not scared of anything, just curious. Night night. Huh? Tsuri closed her eyes and snuggles into her restraints. Sleep? How the hell can anyone sleep at a time like this? Between the chaos and noise, there is no chance of sleep. Tsuri? Yet, there she goes. That's talent. All crew, sound off! Flight station ready. Navigation plotted and good to go. Engine rig on green. Non-essential crew are strapped in and secured. The Nimross is prepared for jump at your word, Commander. Engage, jump! Roger, engaging jump drive. Under my seat, I can feel the deck shift from a slow, steady vibration shift to a much louder, much more violent clarion. The warp space generator is beginning its charge. The massive power required to tear a rift in normal space is astronomical. If any of the capacitors were to suddenly explode, there wouldn't be even atoms of me left floating around. I closed my eyes, wishing I could fall asleep like Tsuri. No amount of personal brilliance can help me if the manufacturer schemed on something or kindly didn't put her best into her checks. The volume funnel crescents as the capacitors are charged to the required values. Next comes the part that scares me the most. The power is transferred to a billion crystal to pull the ship into subspace. Billions serve as the focal point. Without it, the energy used to break the holds of the universe would be useless. The material is rare, mined in 3 locations galaxy-wide. I doubt we'll have a spare. Stop thinking about everything that could go wrong. Nat, if you explode, you won't even have time to feel it. Ship drive stabilized. My ship, my controls. Your ship, your controls. Advance into the void. Moving forward. It begins! I open my eyes to the bright lights of the bridge. I feel groggy and disoriented. Did I manage to fall asleep? We will know that in the next episode. See you then. Bye.